friends, today we are doing it again. We are continuing some series we are in the middle of. And let's just jump right into it. We are going to be finally finishing out the Sugar Lake series by Emily McIntire. This has been a very mediocre series for me. I'm not really obsessed with it, but we've read the rest of them. We've had we've had I think a 3-star, a 4-star, and a 2-star, or maybe 2 3-stars and a 4-star. I don't know. This is the story that I am most looking forward to. This is Lily's story, and we've kind of known about Lily from book 1. She kind of ran away when she was young, and so it's going to be exciting to see like what her story is all about. But this is about Lily, and it says, Lily Adams ran away and never looked back. She got herself clean and lives a sober life, working hard to give her son a good home and a place where they'll be safe. It has been years since she left Sugar Lake, and the last thing she'd expect is her brother sending someone to find her. Mason Wells is a private investigator in Tennessee, tasked with the mission of hunting Lily down. He knows he is the perfect man for the job. At least that's what he thought until he actually finds her. Immediately he feels the pull, and he needs to know the perky, dark-haired woman and the son she loves more than the world. Before he can stop himself, he's inserted himself into their lives, fake name and all, and even though he tells himself it's temporary, every day he spends with Lily, the weight of his secrets push down on him more. When Mason's past catches up to him, putting Lily and her son's life in danger, he knows he has to do something major to keep them safe, even if it means breaking both of their hearts and losing them for good. So glad to finish that one out. Then we're going to do the 7-Year Itch by Amy Daws. I gave book 1 in this series 5 stars, so I'm very excited to read book 2. It's about one of the other brothers. And this one says, all I wanted was a casual +1 to my brother's destination wedding, but those idiots on my family tree hacked my dating profile and sabotaged my quest for the perfect weekend fling. Now I'm stuck on a tropical vacation with only my hand to keep me company, until I am forced to room with the bane of my existence, my sister-in-law's best friend. Dakota has hated me for the past 7 years, but I wasn't losing much sleep over her screaming rants because she was some other guy's problem. Or she was, until she got divorced. Being stuck in paradise with a woman who loathes you, your very existence, it doesn't sound hot, but after an unexpected moment in our shared palapa, she starts screaming at me in a different way. What happens in paradise stays in paradise. That is until Dakota shows up on my mountain with a proposition. Be her wingman to help her regain her pre-divorce confidence. Suddenly Dakota is not just the person I love to fight with. She's the woman I want everything with. And then we're going to finish out the Delilah Green series with Miss Iris Kelly. And I have been so excited to get to this one because Iris has been my favorite character thus far as a side character. So I've been so excited to get her story. Okay, so this one says, everyone around Iris Kelly is in love. Her best friends are all coupled up, her siblings have their perfect partners, and her parents are still blissfully married. And she's happy for them all, truly. Iris doesn't want any of that dating, love, and romance. She'll stick to her commitment-free hookups, thank you very much, except no one in her life will let her just be. Everyone wants to see her settle down, and she holds firmly to the no dating rule. There's only one problem. Iris is a romance author facing an imminent deadline for her 2nd book, and she's completely out of ideas. Perfectly happy to ignore her problems, as usual, Iris goes to the bar in Portland and meets a sexy stranger, Stefania, and a night of dancing and making out turns into the worst one-night stand Iris has ever had. To get her mind off of everything, Iris tries out for the lead role in a local play with a queer retelling of Much Ado About Nothing, but comes face-to-face with Stefania, whose real name turns out to be Stevie. Desperate to save face in front of her friends, Stevie asks Iris to play along as her girlfriend. Iris is shocked when she realizes the arrangement could inspire some much-needed romance content for her book. She agrees. As the two women play the part of a happy couple, the lines begin to blur and they're left wondering who will make the real first move. So, I'm very excited about this. Let's go get into it. Okay guys, I am about to start chapter 34, which is basically bang smack halfway through this book, and I am actually really enjoying this. It's feeling like a 4-star, which I'm excited about on a lot of levels. One, I'm glad to be liking the book that I'm reading, but if I had given this a bad rating, I was feeling like I was gonna need to remove this series from my bookshelves because it wouldn't really be worth having if I disliked more books than I liked. But if that's the case, then I think I'm gonna give 2 of them 4 stars and 1 of them a 3-star. So I've liked most of them, and we'll be able to keep these, which, like, I'm sorry, I think these are absolutely stunning. So this is hands down my favorite. I really loved book 2 and this one. Book 2 is like a sports romance, and this one, it's been so good. So we've got our main character, Lily, and Lily, we learn in book 1, kind of ran away from home. Her brother is like the love interest in book 1, and he's like with her best friend. And so Lily, this book definitely, I don't know if they're, I loved the dedication for anyone who is taking it one day at a time. It does have a discretion, like a reader's discretion in the front. I think that is very important. There is also a playlist. Very fun. But the prologue of this book is her being assaulted. So I'm just going to put that out there, that if that's something that's triggering to you specifically, just know that's what the prologue is. So we start the book knowing that Lily and her brother Chase, I believe that's his, I don't know why am I like this? Like, I'm like in the book, like Live Laugh Loving It, and just like every name goes out. Yes, Chase. So she and her brother Chase grew up in the foster care system because her mother was a drug addict. She was assaulted by different foster parents and all of these things, and eventually they get fostered into this super amazing family and get adopted. However, Lily is holding all of these wounds of her childhood that she never talks about. And when her brother starts dating her best friend, she feels like betrayed by both of them, and it really has her spiraling into the world of drugs, and she feels like she's following after her mother's footsteps, and she runs away from home, and really nobody ever hears from her again. We know that she got deep into cocaine, started doing heroin, and that's the reason she's actually covered in tattoos now, is she's trying to hide her scars. So she is now living in this town in Tennessee, and she's a waitress at a diner, and she has her son Chase, who she actually named after her brother, who is about 3 years old, and she is kind of trying to stay under the radar because she doesn't want his dad to ever find out about him because he's a dangerous man. He was very abusive, and so she's kind of hiding from him. So then we have Mason, who actually goes by Alex in this book because he is not wanting to release his identity. He's been kind of following Lily because he's been hired by her brother Chase to find her, and he has. However, watching Lily and seeing her life, he feels this like need to protect her, and he needs to find out more about her to figure out if there is a reason why it would be unsafe for her to return to her brother, for her brother to find her. And so through this, he starts spending time with her, getting to know her, watching her son, and breaking all of the rules of being a PI, of having contact with the person you're essentially stalking. And so he is getting himself deeper into these lies of like his name. He's told her that he is an investigator finally because she saw a gun on his nightstand and panicked, but she is now just learning the actual gravity of his lies. Where we're at now, he's finally taken her on a date, but the truth of the matter is that his family is in politics. His dad is a politician. I think he's running for office. His mom is kind of like shitty. She runs charity programs basically to just look good, not because she believes in being charitable. And we've gotten kind of like a glimpse of why he disowned his family, and it's pretty fucked up. And so now at this point, about halfway, his secrets are starting to come out. And for somebody like Lily, who has such a hard time trusting, who has so many scars, and has opened up to him about a lot of things, about things that she's into in the bedroom that are a bit more taboo, and from the little knowledge that I have, I think it's not shocking given her past. And him like being able to take care of her in these ways that she doesn't let people, for her to now find out that maybe she judged him wrong this whole time because he's clearly lying about things, is really hard to see. And I feel so deeply for Lily. I love seeing her protecting her child and being there for her child. He was the reason she got, there was a statement of, my son is the reason I got clean, but I'm staying clean for myself. And I think that that's really beautiful. We get phone calls of her talking with the, like, it's gone to like 1A or NA meeting and never went back, but she did find herself somebody she could lean on, like sort of like a sponsor that she can call when she's struggling. And it's nice to see that she still is struggling. Like, she doesn't have it all figured out, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying Lily's story much more than the last book. Beneath the Hood was just so deeply not my kind of story, but I am quite enjoying this. I'm having a good time, and we are going to continue on with Lily's story. Yeah, now I'm like forgetting everybody's name. The last book was about Jackson and Blakely. Yeah, I did not like her. I liked Elliot and Becca's story, and then I did not really feel any sort of way about Alina's story. But this one and Becca's story, they're good shit. And I honestly, it's hard to say if I think it's like, it says in here like suggested reading. This is like, well, not necessary. It's highly recommended to start with book 1 and read them in order. So it's not like necessary, but I would skip book 3. I did not think it was good. Alrighty, we have finished. For sure a 4-star. There ended up being kind of like this, almost like a thriller aspect to the end of this book. That was like very shocking. And yeah, so during the second half of the book, we again continued to see how Mason / Alex's lies caught up to him, and getting to see like the real truth and the real gravity behind what was happening behind the scenes in his life. So many like twists, kind of feels like weird to say in a romance, but really like some shocking revelations came out, and getting to see Lily reconnect with people who she feels that they either did her dirty or she did dirty. Getting to see just that there's so many people in her life that they just want to move past her leaving and be able to build a relationship with her now and getting to love her now. Oh my god, so good, so heartfelt. I loved this. This was the best one in the series, and I did end up giving it 4 stars. And I'm so happy to have read it and to be able to check an entire series off my list. It is done. We are no longer in the middle of the Sugar Lake series. That being said, we are about to jump into this one. I was able to get the audio off of Everand for 7 Year Itch. I read the first book, The 9-Month Contract, physically, and gave it 5 stars. So I'm hoping that this one has the same like banter and like hee hee ha ha funny vibes as book 1, because that's what I really loved about book 1 was how funny Trista was in that book, and I'm really hoping that we get that kind of sense of humor between Dakota and Calder. I think I hate the brothers' names in this book. The first guy's name was fine. It was like Wyatt, but then some of his brothers have just not so great names. But we are going to jump into this. I will meet you halfway when we're about halfway done with this. And I am just really excited. I will then have one more book of this that is out, and then book 4 is coming out this year. And book 4 is the one I'm most looking forward to. It's Wyatt's niece's book, and I'm dying to hear her story. So let's continue onward with the 7 Year Itch and hear what is going on for Mr. Calder and Miss Dakota. I'm excited. Okay, friends, we are about halfway done with this book, and I am really liking it. It is feeling like a 4, not a 5. I'm not liking it as much as I liked the, what's the first one called? The 9-Month Contract. This one, because of the nature of like being a wingman, getting back out there, this is focusing a lot more on sexy times, which is just not my cup of tea. I like more of the deep, emotional, and in book 1 we were getting a lot of Trista's like issues with her family and XYZ, and this one just feels a wee bit more surface level to me, which is fine. I'm still having a ton of fun. So we have Dakota and we have got Culver. Dakota and Carver. And so Dakota and Carver have known each other for years through like family. She is recently divorced, however, he does not know that. And one night, he's a member at this sex club. He goes to the sex club and hears a familiar voice, looks up, and it's her. She has a pink wristband on. It's newbie night, so he knows it's her first time there. And this one guy is not respecting her boundaries, so he kind of like steps in, and it's this whole thing. He almost gets kicked out. It's all of this drama, and he's like, whatever, I never have to see her again. Turns out she is invited to Trista and Wyatt's wedding that is in Mexico. And we've got Everly still on the scene. She changed all of Carver's dating profiles to be like, I'm looking for a girlfriend, da-da-da-da-da, and is really trying to now manipulate his life like she did Wyatt's in book 1, which we love to see. I love Everly. And so it's super funny, and she then works her magic upon arriving to Mexico and has them kind of be forced to share a room where they have this one wild night together. And he's kind of finding out that her ex-husband was constantly body shaming her because she had gained some weight towards the end of their relationship. He told her she used to be an 8 and now she's a 6. And he's like, just for the record, you're actually a 10. So he's kind of like obsessed with her. And now they're back home, and her friend she tells like her best friend like what's kind of like been going on, and she's like, well, maybe you should see if he will be like your wingman at the sex club. And she was like, it's kind of awkward going there alone. Most people go there as couples, blah blah blah. And she's like, well, maybe he'll go with you and be your wingman. And she's like, I'm not asking him that. So now fast forward, she has like a little kind of like a vintagey boutique style store where they sell shirts, t-shirts specifically, in the town. And in the back they do like tie-dye and all these different activities. So whenever he goes to pick up Ethan, which is one of his brother's kids, to take him on like an uncle-nephew day, his mom Cozy is there. Ethan's mom Cozy is there and is like, yeah, like, oh, you know, Dakota, you've been looking for like me to make these shelves for you. Oh, I don't know that this is a signed copy. Like, actually, I think that he would be better at making it because I don't really do big projects like this. So now they're kind of working together to make this project, and she's starting to figure out that he got into this woodworking because of his dad, and it's a hobby he's kept up, trying to like kind of keep his love for his dad, his memory of his dad alive. And so it's getting a little bit more emotional at this point, but so far I am having a really fun time. I love that this series focuses on not like, oh, she's so small and tiny. She's like, yeah, like I think she's like a size 8 or a size 10. She's 5'7", so she's not this like tiny little dainty thing. And I'm really loving that. And I'm loving getting to see her after her ex kind of told her she was boring in bed, the spark wasn't alive. Seeing her really learning what she likes in the bedroom is a really fun portion of this book. And so far I am having a fun time, and I think this is also going to be a 4. I feel like this video is just going to be all sorts of bangers because I can't imagine Iris Kelly being less than a 4. So we're loving this. We're having a great time. I'm having tons of fun. The series is just fun. This reminds me of Megan Quinn. If you like Megan Quinn's writing, check out this series. They give the same energy. Another day of looking hideous, but we have finished 7-Year Itch by Amy Daws, and I did end up giving this 4 stars. This was really, really, really fun, but it just... there was some deep parts for sure with Dakota really learning to love her body and be comfortable in her sexuality and being like gaining her confidence back after a ex-husband really tore her down, which was really sad to see. And getting to see her rebuild that was fun, and getting to see Carver, what's just such a bad name. I feel like I've blocked it out because I hate it. Calder. Horrible. And getting to see him really open up after there's a situation that you learn about in book 1 where he and his brothers were all like dating the same girl unknowingly. She was kind of playing them all. And so getting to see him like come around to the idea of dating again after being hurt in that situation was really cute. But because of the nature of him helping her like basically complete like this sex checklist, this was so spicy that the spice kind of overtook the plot in a lot of parts for me. It was still fun. I still gave it 4 stars, but definitely was not a 5-star like book 1. But what I think is a possibility of being a 5-star is Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. I have given both books 1 and 2 in this series 4 stars, and honestly, it's really annoying. So I read book 2 for a video that will never see the light of day because I lost the footage for like 10 videos. But last week, I read Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Delilah Green does not fail. And so I read that and I really liked it, but my favorite character has been Iris. She's been integrated in between all of the books, and I've really loved getting to meet her as a character, and so I think getting to hear her story is going to be so fun. And yeah, one thing I really enjoy about this interconnected series is like how interconnected it's been. There's some interconnected series, I think like the Abby Jimenez ones in particular, where like the characters really don't, it's basically a cameo. But like in this book, the characters from book 1 were very well combined. And they're very well combined in this series as well, and I am very excited to see her story. So, I am going to get started on this. I got the audio on Everend because I am doing a lot of working over the next couple of days, so it's going to be an audiobook heavy couple of weeks. But I am excited, and let's get into her. Alright guys, we're about halfway through Miss Iris Kelly, and it's not a 5-star. It's not. But I think it's going to be another 4-star, which 3 4-stars, I will take that any day of the week. So this is actually also kind of having some of the same issues I had with the last book, where it's very spice forward. Not that anything has happened yet, but basically we are following Iris and we're following Stevie, or Stefania, I don't really remember how they pronounced it, but basically Iris is kind of at this position in life where she is bisexual. Her family kind of just pushing this heteronormative thing on her. They want her to get married and have kids. She's not really interested in having kids or even really getting married. She and her ex, who was a guy, broke up because she didn't want to have his babies, and then she was dating this woman who they broke up because she was actually married. So she's kind of had really bad luck in love, and though she's a romance author, she doesn't quite believe in happily ever afters. She is having writer's block right now, and her agent is kind of like, you need to do some creative things that aren't about writing to kind of open your mind and clear your mind a bit. Whether that's a cooking class or a dance class, whatever, just something to help. So she's kind of like, nah, I don't want to do that. She and her friends go out one night because she honestly just wants a hookup. Flash over, we have got Stevie. And Stevie is a lesbian, and she has recently gone through a breakup with this girl, Adri, Adri, I think is how they say it. But they broke up, and now she's dating one of her best friends, and they're still like in the same friend circle, and it's kind of just been this awkward situation. Stevie is trying to become like an actress, and she's kind of given up on doing local theater productions because she really wants like something that's going to pay. But then when her ex kind of like approaches her and is like, listen, like she runs this like the only queer women owned theater in Portland, we're like not doing well, we need to do this performance, blah 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 blah, and they do these like queer versions of Shakespeare plays, will you please come play the lead, like I really need you. She agrees, and then whatever. So she's out with her friends because she's trying to also get over her ex, where the two girls, Stevie and Iris, they meet and they go to hook up. Stevie brings Iris to her house, but Stevie suffers with extreme anxiety, and when she gets really anxious, she throws up. So Iris takes off her top, they're about to, you know, get it on, and Stevie throws up. Iris helps her clean it up, and she bounces and hopes to never see her again. So when Iris's guy friend basically suggests they go to audition for this play, little does she know that she's going to be running right back into Stevie, and Stevie has kind of told her friends that she was gonna see Iris again, and they were gonna like have this sort of relationship, kind of to like make it look like to her ex that she was getting over her. Iris agrees to go along with this because she needs some romantic inspiration. So she's like, okay, well, we need to do like romantic things, like to fake date, and maybe that'll help me with my writing. So that's kind of where they are at. And where we are at now, Stevie has kind of told Iris that she really wants to like, that they need to like basically have sex because she needs to practice getting to the point of being able to hook up with people, because she and her ex, they were friends for a bazillion years before they even were, like for 4 years, and they were together for 6 years, and they're kind of talking like maybe she's asexual or demisexual, and she's like, no, I don't think that's the case, because like, she's like, I wanted to have sex with you, but like my anxiety was just too much in the moment. So taking baby steps of trying to get her comfortable having one-night stands. And that's kind of where we're at, but it is very fun so far. I'm having a great time. I love Iris. She's good shit. Live, laugh, love her. She's just so fun. And I do think in the second half of the book, we are going to get more of like, not like a sob story, but she's mentioned offhanded that like she wasn't always fun like this and she has to be fun like this, and talking about kind of being the like the middle child family fuck up. So I'm hoping we dive deeper into that and we get more information on what Iris is dealing with. But so far it's feeling like every book in the series is going to be 4 stars, which we love to see. Wow, I look something. But just like that, we have finished Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, and I did end up giving this 4 stars. So we had nothing but hits in this video, and I am so excited. So through the second half of this, we obviously are going to be getting deeper into their relationship. But again, it didn't get as deep as I wanted. And I do think after reading the whole series, I liked Astrid's book the best. I think I just wasn't obsessed with Stevie, who was like Iris's partner in this. I don't know. There's just something about their chemistry that I didn't super believe in, but I did like getting to see Stevie really break through her anxiety and get to kind of like ask and demand for what she wants from her partner and go after what she wants. That was really nice to see, but overall, it was a 4, not a 5, but still a super wonderful sapphic romance series. I highly, highly recommend. And so with that, we have got a 4-star with Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. This series is now complete. We've got a 4-star with The 7-Year Itch. We're one step closer to completing this series. And a 4-star with Beneath the Surface, another series completed. The way that we got complete, check these 2 off the list in this video, couldn't be happier. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of the video, depending on which book you like best, put a cat emoji down below for The 7-Year Itch, put like a pancakes emoji down below for Beneath the Surface, or put some sort of theater icon down or emoji down below for Iris Kelly or the pride flag, either one. And I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Bye.